let's talk about perfectionism. There are so many layers to perfectionism that I feel like it's kind of peeling back an onion and looking at all of the different ways that perfectionism shows up in our worlds, in our lives, in our work, in who we are as women, as who we are as leaders, as who we are as moms, as sisters. Perfectionism can touch every single part of our lives. And it's kind of time to knock that off, to really let go of the ideal of perfection as something to strive for. Now, one of the things that we all know is that perfection can be crippling, right? Trying to get that website copy perfect or trying to get that video take just right so you've recorded it about 10 times, that kind of perfectionism is keeping you stuck. It keeps you grinding on a hamster wheel, going nowhere. Making sure you have the exact right thing to say is keeping you from going and saying the things, having your voice be out in the world. And that kind of perfectionism can absolutely be paralyzing and deteriorating to your own self-worth and your own image of yourself, and just plain annoying as hell. That's the kind of perfectionism that I invite you to let go of. Now, it's a practice. As a recovering perfectionist, I can tell you that even letting spelling errors and grammar errors go without making it mean that I'm not good enough or I'm a bad human or I'm a bad writer, that stuff just took ongoing practice. Day after day, email after email, blog after blog, letting the little stuff go. And then there's the big stuff, launching a product into the world or going up and speaking in front of a crowd and skipping a whole section of your speech. Any of those things, that could be a bigger practice. It's a higher gradient. But if we practice on the little things, when we get to the bigger things, we've built up the muscle of letting it go, of setting down the perfection and being okay with things not being perfect. So I invite you to practice that. I'm going to peel another layer here. The other thing about perfection is you can actually live in sort of these both camps. One is to let go of perfectionism that's crippling. The second is to actually just be okay with being perfect. Actually seeing yourself as perfect as you are and as you are not. Although it seems like an opposite, it can actually work really well with letting go of the perfection of the little things and the big things and all of the things that keep you stuck. Declaring yourself perfect, saying, I am perfect exactly like I am, and I am as not. This blog is perfect as it is and as it is not. Declaring it perfect can actually bring back your power, can bring back the power to say yes, to take that step forward, to take the risk. So declaring yourself perfect can be another tool that helps you debunk the myth that perfection is the only way, that helps you build yourself up as a confident, powerful human in the world, rather than always striving for a perfection that doesn't really exist or can exist because you say it exists. Notice how this seems like a real big oxymoron? Just keep going with me for a minute. The other thing I don't want you to do is get this mixed up with excellent work. Doing your best work does not mean perfectionism. You can strive to do excellent work, to serve your customers, to serve your clients, to lead your teams from a place of excellence. It's only gets in the way when it becomes that crippling perfection. So striving for excellence isn't the problem here. Wanting to serve your clients at the highest isn't the problem here, but letting an apostrophe in the wrong spot bring you down and tear down your confidence, tear down who you know yourself to be, that's when it gets in the way. So we have three layers now. We've got practicing setting down the perfectionism that's crippling. We've got practicing and declaring yourself perfect as you are to build yourself back up and take your power back. And then we have allowing yourself to strive for excellence without it getting in the way of who you truly are. Perfection isn't a standard, it's a choice, and you're the only one who gets to choose it. You can be empowered by the word perfection. You can be disempowered by the word perfection. But really, it's ultimately up to how you're relating to it and if it's serving you in the place that you're at right now. So I want to know where you're at. What spectrum of the perfection scale are you willing to practice right now? Are you willing to set down the spelling errors and the small mistakes in service of being more risk taking, in service of moving forward even before things are perfect? Are you at the stage where you're allowing yourself to be perfect and just say you're perfect even in all of your imperfections? Or are you in the phase where you are able to strive for excellence without perfection in the way? Where are you going to practice this week? I'd love to hear from you.